Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside Monona Grove High School as Monona Community Media and MGAV bring you Monona Grove girls basketball. Our student AV crew this evening: Gracie Castleman, Blake Ziegler, Rory Steffens, and Gianna Hamill. Our MGAV faculty advisors are Brennan Hekimovich and Will Nimmo. And as always, this is Parker Hagan. Tonight's Badger Large Conference matchup features the Monona Grove Silver Eagles and the Baraboo Thunderbirds. For those of you who don't know, Baraboo was bumped up to the Badger Large Division this season due to high enrollment, and as a result, Fort Atkinson moved from the Large to the Badger Small for this season. Now, MG comes into tonight's game on a 3-game winning streak. After their loss here at MGHS to Wanakee, they take down Elkhorn, Watertown, and Poynette to win their last 3. They currently sit at 11-5 overall. League play record, 6 wins and 2 losses. Baraboo, meanwhile, just 5-10 overall. The Thunderbirds have not yet won a game in the Badger Large this season. Their conference record, 0-8. Well, for Baraboo this evening, it's simply going to be a matter of keeping pace with the Silver Eagles. And I say that because all but one of the Thunderbirds' 10 losses so far this season have been by double digits. If they get behind by a lot, they haven't found much success getting back into the ball game. The lone exception, a 3-point loss to Watertown 2 weeks ago. But for the Thunderbirds, the name you'll probably hear me mention most often when they have the basketball, Sarah Tews, number 23. She's putting up just under 14 points and 9 rebounds a game as a freshman. MG's defense certainly going to need to keep an eye on her at all costs. A lot of potential already for the young freshman. For the Silver Eagles, MG's Sydney Glynn still leads in the scoring department. She's already over the 200-point mark for the season. Well on pace, I might add, to hit 300 before the playoffs start, especially if she can keep up her double-digit scoring average. She puts up just under 14 a contest coming into tonight. More importantly, though, it's Danny Becker and Michaela McQueenie, two of the main reasons why MG's defense is allowing just 43.7 points per game. Becker and McQueenie are the two leading defensive rebounders for the Silver Eagles so far. They are absolutely necessary in getting those one-and-outs, forcing the one-and-out for their opponents, and they are easily one of, if not the reason, for MG's defensive success so far. For comparison, MG's offense putting up just over 61 a game as a team. That is more than enough to beat a Baraboo squad who's currently averaging just over 44 per game, if those numbers should hold this evening. And with that, we'll send it over now to our public address announcer, Mr. John Willauer, for the introduction of the national anthem and tonight's starting lineups.
Cheer positively and with energy for your team, but please refrain from negative chants, offensive language, or any actions that could distract from the game. Remember, throwing objects or entering the playing floor or the team area is strictly prohibited and may result in ejection. Let's enjoy tonight's game safely and respectfully and show pride as Silver Eagles.
Thank you. And now to honor America, we invite those able to please rise, remove your hat, and face the flag for the playing of the national anthem. to Sophia Milsna. And now for your Monona Grove Silver Eagles. A sophomore, number 4, Michaela McQueenie. A junior, number 5, Bailey Nelson. A junior, number 23, Addie Schmudlock. A senior, number 21, Sydney Quinn. And a senior, number 2, Danny Becker. The Silver Eagles are coached by Jalen Walker.
Well, a pretty typical starting 5 for the Silver Eagles. It's Becker, McQueenie, Nelson, Glynn, and Schmudlock. Gone with that lineup quite a few times this season. For Baraboo, Litzker, Spurl, Gilbert, Dobush, and Milsna. Those are your starters for the Baraboo Thunderbirds, who are in navy blue, gold trim, and Baraboo written across the chest. For the Silver Eagles, it's Monona Grove across the chest, Columbia blue trim, and the standard white jerseys and shorts. Sydney Glynn, and it looks like that was Milsna on the tip. Toss and tap to Monona Grove, and the first possession will result in a turnover out of bounds. Shot was no good. The rebound knocked out, and Baraboo will inbound underneath the MG basket. Litzker looking to get it in, fires over her head, finds Dobush, and we're back underway. It's Litzker with it, brings it across the timeline, working against Schmudlock. On the far side now with it. Schmudlock's got her nice and close. Here's Milsna with it, driving in the paint, stops against Glynn, kicks back out. Spurl is there. Spurl a right-hand dribble, looking to get it back out. Nothing, floats it up, no. Rebound tipped around, recovered by Dobush again. Baraboo with another chance on offense here. Dobush right-hand dribble. Far side picked up by Nelson. And we have a whistle stopping play. Foul is called. They'll say Nelson got, I think, the arm of Dobush, trying to maybe draw that 5-second count. So Baraboo will keep possession. Still opening minute first half, no score. Inbounds given to Milsna. She bounces it off to Litzker. Litzker floats one up, leaves it short. Rebound Glynn, and MG's got another chance to get the first points. Ahead it goes. McQueenie finds Becker. Kick back out. Glynn mid-range J off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Milsna. Baraboo back the other way now, right to left in the first half. Here's Litzker. Mid-range jumper. That's too short. Offensive rebound to the putback goes for Sophia Milsna. Baraboo strikes first, just over a minute in. It's 2-0 Thunderbirds. Directing traffic, Michaela McQueenie up top. Bounce pass finds Glynn. Now to Nelson, to Becker in the corner. Far side, back out. Nelson to McQueenie up top, tries a triple, around it out, no good. Glynn the offensive glass, bounces to Schmudlock. Lost it briefly, but got it back. And Schmudlock nearly saved it. She did get it. Saved it from going out of bounds, but was in the backcourt, and in attempting to save it there, found Bailey Nelson, who had also gone back into the backcourt. So an over and back, Baraboo will take over. Thunderbirds lead 2-0, still very early on in this one. Here's Gilbert, trying to spin around Danny Becker. Sends it up top, Spurl, right of the lane, drives, off the window and good for Taylor Spurl. 4-0, Baraboo with the lead. MG with the basketball, coming up on 2 minutes gone by in the first half. In it goes now. Glynn in the paint, splits two defenders. Went up, no good with the shot, but she was fouled. And Sydney is going to get a chance to bury a couple at the free throw line. The foul is on Dobush for the first Thunderbird team foul. First of two. Glynn fires and can't hit. Front rim, back rim, and out. Ella Berkeley checks in, replacing Schmudlock for MG with 16:02 left in the first half. Glynn to get the Silver Eagles on the board, lets it fly, and that one short as well. Rebound knocked around, Spurl comes up with it. Still 4-0 Baraboo, 2 minutes in. Spurl stops just inside the perimeter, finds her teammate inside. Dobush saved it from going out of bounds, but it went right into the hands of Bailey Nelson. Ahead she goes. Sydney Glynn on the assist. No, not there. She left the layup short. Offensive rebound tipped out now. Becker drives, can't hit that. And the rebound pinballs into the hands of Sydney Dobush. The Baraboo defense has held the Silver Eagles scoreless through the first 2.5 minutes of this ball game. And just as I say that, bodies on the floor, and a jump ball is called. I believe it was Milsna and Becker, if I got a good look on that, fighting for the basketball. Possession arrow sides with Baraboo. As Litzker gets it in, quick three is too strong from Spurl, and the rebound goes to McQueenie. She'll head the other way, left to right in the first half for MG. Finds Berkeley. Becker now in the corner, can't hit from three. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Sydney Dobush. MG will keep it. 15-13 remaining in the first half, and Coach Jalen Walker will take his first timeout. This will be a full timeout with just over 2:45 gone by, and the Silver Eagles have yet to score. Still very early on in this one, but Baraboo's defense holding very well through the first nearly 3 minutes of half number one. As it's Spurl who's got two and Milsna who's got two for the Thunderbirds. For Baraboo, looks like it'll be Litzker, Spurl, Gilbert, along with Allie England and Sydney Dobush out of the timeout. They make a substitution. As for MG, same five that started, Swap, Glynn, and Schmudlock for Danny Whitty and Ella Berkeley. As MG will get the basketball out of the timeout, inbound coming underneath the Silver Eagle basket, baseline right. Danny Whitty will send it in. As we are just about back underway, Whitty looking, fires it into Berkeley near corner. We're back underway. Now McQueenie right wing, looking to drive, kicks back out. Berkeley up top, goes to Bailey Nelson. McQueenie with some space, tries from three, can't hit, it's off the back iron. Rebound fought for, Becker had it, knocked out of bounds, goes to Baraboo. They'll say Becker was the last to touch it, and MG is still scoreless 3 minutes into the ball game. Here comes Gigi DeWaltz to replace Nelson, as Baraboo keeps the same five. Inbounds given to Taylor Spurl. Baraboo going the other way, one-on-one with it, Dobush. MG brings the numbers into the front court. Back on defense go the Silver Eagles. Here's Spurl working around Berkeley. Drives cross court, finds England. England bounce pass now to Gilbert. Outside the perimeter. Gilbert left of the lane, cross court to England. A drive, floats it up, no, but a foul is called. They're gonna get a block on, it looks like Danny Whitty. And Allie England is going to get a pair of free throws as a result, the first of which lets fly and leaves short. Score still 4-0 Baraboo, 14:37 left in the first half. England gets one more as Spurl and Litzker waiting in the backcourt. Second free throw good. Makes the score 5-0 Baraboo, approaching 3.5 minutes gone by. It's Berkeley to McQueenie. Now Whitty cross court, finds Becker on the left wing. It goes back to Whitty. Left lane drive. Cross court it goes now Berkeley. Couple passes. Becker can't hit the three. Offensive rebound in and out of the hands of Danny Whitty. And now are the Silver Eagles going to keep it? They might. No, it's an MG foul. I think they got Whitty again. They did, and she's got two very quickly. Here comes Schmudlock back into the game to replace her. 14:15 left in the first half. MG yet to score with Baraboo leading 5-0. Inbound from Litzker goes into Allie England, and the Thunderbirds Back in possession. England a couple of spin moves. Drives right of the lane. Can't hit the floater. It went off the side of the backboard. Becker the other way with the rebound. Has some space. Fires to the near side. Schmudlock to DeWalt. Tries a three. Can't hit it. Left it short. Schmudlock the offensive rebound. Kicks to Berkeley on the far wing. Right-hand dribble. Back to Schmudlock. She'll try up top. Leaves it short. It'll go out of bounds to Baraboo. Well, quite literally, nothing is falling for MG. 4:13 has elapsed in this ball game, and MG has yet to score. As here comes Baraboo back the other way. Spurl is the ball handler. Gets it ahead. Now England saves it from going out of bounds on the far side. Over her head, she'll dish to, it looks like, Dobush. And Dobush trying to wrestle it away. Took an extra step. So Baraboo turns it back over. 13:30 remaining first half. Inbound goes from Becker to McQueenie. MG still trying to find their first basket of the ball game. Back it goes to McQueenie up top, inside, turnover over the head of DeWaltz. And right into the hands of the Thunderbirds. Litzker on the far side, cross court goes to Gilbert. Open from left wing three, that's no good. Off the back rim and out. DeWalt the rebound, hands off to McQueenie back the other way. Here's Michaela. Driving right of the lane, looking to kick out. Now gets it in. Becker can't hit that on a turnaround jumper. The rebound goes to Dobush. Now a pass ahead. England in the lane, kicks over. Three ball on the way. Off the front rim, no from Taylor Spurl. Rebound fought for, and Schmudlock trying to save it from going out of bounds. Had stepped on the baseline. Sydney Glynn back in as Sydney Dobush will check out. Danny Becker will check out for MG. Still 5-0 is the score. Inbounds given to Spurl on the far side. Looking to drive against Berkeley. Kicks it back up top now to Madeline Gilbert. Left-hand dribble for the 5'11 senior. Switches to the right. Now Litzker's got it up top against Schmudlock. Litzker looking to drive. That's rejected by Glynn, but a foul is called. And the officials are going to consult and see if maybe they want to upgrade this. Either that or they're just giving some space to Litzker, who is up and walking under her own power. Well, for now it remains just a common foul. It's the fourth for MG in this half. 12:33 remaining in it. And the foul is on Sydney Glynn. It will be 2 shots for Madison Litzker. First of 2 is up and off the rim, no. Bailey Nelson checking back in. McQueenie will take a seat for now. As MG still looking for their first points, nearly 6 minutes into this ball game. Second free throw from Litzker is up and good. It's 6-0 Baraboo. Inbound given to Nelson, and we're back underway. 12:30 and counting here in the first half. Schmudlock near side working against Madeline Gilbert. Goes around her, back to Glynn up top now. Glynn passes to her left, gets it back from Bailey Nelson. Inside feed, DeWalt off the window, nestles it home. And MG finally breaks the ice after 5 minutes and 45 seconds of game time without a basket. It's 6-2 Baraboo, make it 8-2. The turnaround J is good from Taylor Spurl. So the Thunderbirds lead it by 6 once again. Just over 6 minutes gone by in the first half. Glynn inside feed. DeWalt got fouled going up, and she'll shoot 2. So a chance for Gigi to add a couple of points here as Allie England guilty of the contact. That is her first personal foul. DeWalt, first of 2 free throws, is up and short, no good. Off the front rim. As Danny Becker comes back in for Ella Berkeley. Second of 2 here for DeWalt. She takes a couple of dribbles with the basketball, lets it fly, and can't hit that one. Rebound fought for, secured by Adeline Thompson, who's new into the game for Baraboo. Thunderbirds back the other way up, 8-2. Pull-up jumper, no good from Spurl from about 15 out. DeWalt the rebound. She hands off to Nelson. Into the front court goes Nelson. Now DeWalt finds Becker in the corner. Step inside the arc. Nelson knocked it away from Litzker, who nearly forced the turnover. Now Glynn throws up a desperate shot, couldn't hit it. Rebounded by Litzker going the other way. Thunderbirds in control as we approach the midway point of the first. Inside feed to Thompson. Out of bounds stays with Baraboo. Off the knee or shin, perhaps, of Danny Becker on the play as DeWalt checks out, replaced by Eden Zatkowski. She is into the game for the first time tonight. As Spurl lobs the inbound pass to Allie England. Right-hand dribble, switches to the left, guarded by Nelson. Now right of the lane is England. England bounce pass, she'll find Gross. Gross a drive against Addie Schmudlock. Now Spurl's got it, driving in the lane, throws up a shot, maybe wanted to draw the contact, but no whistle. Offensive rebound, that's taken away. Gross tried to get it inside, wouldn't get it there. Schmudlock ripped it away from her. Zatkowski now to the corner. Becker will try from three. That's too strong. Rebound is secured by Allie England, and they're going to get a foul on Monona Grove. Attempting to rip the rebound away. It's Bailey Nelson who's called for the contact, and that's her second. So McQueenie comes back in to replace her as Nelson's in foul trouble. Inbound stolen away by Becker, but stolen right back by Gilbert. It's a one-on-one against Schmudlock, off the window and good. It's 10-2 Baraboo. A much different story from the last time these two teams met, where, if I recall correctly, MG won that game by 40. As Zatkowski couldn't hit underneath the basket. Rebound floats right back into her hands, and Schmudlock buries the triple. And the inbound knocked away by Zatkowski. MG's got another chance here. Here's McQueenie to Becker. Up top inside. Glynn now just inside the paint to Becker. Couldn't hit the three. It'll go out of bounds to Gilbert on the near sideline. Or rather, Gilbert watched it go out, and Baraboo will take over. 10-5 Baraboo, 10:02 remaining first half as the inbound goes from England to Taylor Spurl. Pass ahead intended, it appears, for Gross, is not going to be secured, but in the meantime, Schmudlock could not handle it herself. Or rather, she could, and she knocked it out of bounds off of Baraboo. So MG will take over once again. Here's McQueenie into the front court, sees Zatkowski open. Now Becker with a bit of space, doesn't take the three, finds Schmudlock in the corner. She won't shoot it. Sydney Glynn under the basket, no, but she was fouled. And I think they're gonna get Adeline Thompson for that. And they do. Chance for Glynn to cut it to a one-possession game if she can hit both. With 9:42 left in the first half, it's still 10-5 Baraboo. First of two rattles home for Sydney Glynn, and she's 1 for 3 the charity stripe. Couple of substitutions for Baraboo as Gilbert checks out, England checks out. Looks like might be Isabel, no, it's not Isabel Tola, it's Sydney Dobush back into the game. Looks like Litzker's back out there as well. Glynn's second free throw, that's no good. Rebound, Adeline Thompson of Baraboo. Thunderbirds with a 4-point lead and the basketball as we come up on the midway point of the first. Here's Dobush trying to drive, nothing there. Kicks back up top to Litzker. Litzker against Becker, looking to get it back out. Finds Thompson, working against Glynn. Glynn has to go around a screen as Thompson just inside the perimeter. Gets it away. Litzker tries a three, cashes it from deep. And Madison Litzker with the left wing three gives Baraboo a 7-point lead. It's their largest of the game, I do believe. Actually making an 8-point lead is their largest, as Schmudlock couldn't hit the three. Offensive rebound to Becker. Now McQueenie with some space to drive, floats it up, can't hit, foul call. And McQueenie will go to the stripe anyway as they hit Spurl for the contact. McQueenie, a second-year player. She was on this team last year with her older sister, Kaylin, as she hits the first free throw. Sydney Glynn will check out. Danny Whitty back in for MG here. 13-7 is the score after the made free throw. Second one is up and good as well. 2 for 2 for Michaela McQueenie. It's a 5-point game once again with 8:50 until the halftime break. On the near side now, Spurl's got it, left of the lane, outside the perimeter, and loses it out of bounds. Becker, though, able to save it. Schmudlock going the other way, 3-on-1. McQueenie finding Whitty. She saves it, back out now. Becker pulls up, mid-range, no, got it back, floats it off the backboard and through. And that will trigger a Baraboo timeout. 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first half. And it is 13-10, Baraboo with the lead. It is an 8-3 scoring run for the Silver Eagles after Baraboo managed to go up 10-2. In just a few minutes, MG is able to close that gap back to 3. And a one-possession game here in Monona. Baraboo doing a great job so far of keeping pace, actually staying ahead of that MG offense. They say defense wins championships. It sure seems to be the case tonight. Back underway, Baraboo with possession as Spurl on the far side is doubled, has it knocked away. Here's Zatkowski, ahead for MG, now Schmudlock, right of the lane, a drive, gets by her defender. The shot will not go. It hung up on the back iron and would not drop for her. Offensive rebound, though, to the Silver Eagles as McQueenie's got it up high, finds Schmudlock in the corner for the tie. Good, we're tied. Addie Schmudlock buries another triple. She's got 6, we're tied at 13. Less than 8 minutes to go here in the first half. High pass goes to Dobush, back out, right into the hands of Danny Whitty. MG's got a chance to take their first lead of this ball game. McQueenie ahead, splits 2 defenders, kicks to the corner. Now Whitty finds Becker in the left wing, to the corner. Here's Schmudlock again from distance, that's too strong. Rebound pinballs around, Zatkowski able to corral it partly, but she did draw the foul. Had her hand on the basketball, forces the illegal contact. Did they get Thompson? No. They got Dobush, that's her second. And MG will keep it, both teams with just 1 foul to give. Easy inbound play from Schmudlock to Danny Becker, and MG's got the lead for the first time tonight. 15-13, Silver Eagles, 7:21 and counting here in the first half. Far side with it, Gilbert. Ball lost, foul called. They're gonna get Whitty for, I think, getting the leg of Madison Litzker. And that's her 3rd personal. So Danny Whitty already in foul trouble. We're not even to halftime yet, and she's got 3. She'll have to play very careful the rest of the way. She does check out. Sydney Glynn gonna come back into the game, and she will replace Bailey Nelson. So for MG, it is Becker, McQueenie, Glynn, Zatkowski, and Schmudlock. Baraboo with possession, down by 2 for the first time in this ball game. England on the far side, doubled. Becker and Glynn, jump ball forced. Arrow Monona Grove. Sydney Glynn and Danny Becker with the double team. They force the dual possession. Becker inbounds to McQueenie, and we're back underway with 7 minutes till the halftime break. As Glynn fires to Schmudlock, now McQueenie, she hits from distance. Right wing triple, Michaela McQueenie, 5-point MG lead. Their biggest of the ball game. Now inside the perimeter, the feed goes to Adeline Thompson. No shot, say the officials, and MG out of fouls to give. They are in the penalty. Addie Schmudlock called for the contact. With MG in the penalty, this will be a 1-and-1. As Ella Berkeley will come into the game to replace Addie Schmudlock. This is a 1-and-1. Thompson eyes the rim for the front end, lets it fly, and it is off the back rim, no good. Rebound, Sydney Glynn. She is fouled. Baraboo still had one to give there, as the contact will be assessed to Sophia Milsna. Becker inbounds to McQueenie, 6:38 and counting here in the first half. Silver Eagles leading by 5 with the basketball. Trying to make it a 3-possession game here. Glynn in the paint, throws it up, no, rejected. It looks like by Thompson, though there might have been some help from Milsna as well. Cross-court pass, Litzker open from 3. England can't hit too strong. Glynn the rebound, saves it to Danny Becker as Glynn was flying out of bounds. Becker takes it all the way down the floor. Bounce pass back to Glynn. Kick to Ella Berkeley in the corner from 3. That's no good. Rebound to Litzker of Baraboo. And an errant pass. Now a floater for Berkeley. That won't go. Zatkowski had it. Out of bounds, lost right into the hands of Sydney Glynn as England tried to save it from going out of bounds. Glynn, the drive, got fouled before the shot, they say. She made the ensuing basket, but it was waved off. And so instead of one shot here, it's just going to be, it'll be a 1-and-1. With both teams in the penalty, 5:50 to go first half. Glynn trying to make it a 6-point lead if she can hit the front end. She'll let it fly and hits. 19-13, MG with the lead. Glynn can make it a 7-point lead with this bonus free throw. As she will take a deep breath, let this fly, and around and out, no good. Rebound to Adeline Thompson. So Glynn goes 1 for 2. I believe she's 2 of 6 on the night thus far. And the Thunderbirds down just 6 points. Glynn and Becker looking to double the ball handler, Allie England. She'll find, looks like Gross, who errantly threw a desperation pass, trying to get it, I think, to Thompson. It went right into the hands of the Silver Eagles. And Bailey Nelson on the other side draws the and 1. They get Aaliyah Gross for the contact. The basket is good, and Spurl will check back in. So Bailey Nelson with a chance to make this a 9-point ball game, and she cannot hit. It's off the back iron. Rebound, Adeline Thompson. That 9-point lead would have been the biggest for either team had that gone down. Instead, MG may have another chance after this possession if they can get a stop. Spurl, cross court now. Gross is there. Gross working against Bailey Nelson, looking to get rid of it. And off the leg of Spurl, ahead goes Glynn. No one in front of her. Layup is good. Sydney Glynn with the drive in the basket. 10-point MG lead. And that's more like what we saw in the Baraboo edition of this conference matchup. Here's Gross. Kicks back out up top to Taylor Spurl. To the right elbow, into the hands of Thompson now. Floats one up, and good off the window. So Adeline Thompson gets the 2 points right back. 23-15 is the score, 4:34 till the break. Here's Bailey Nelson working up top with it. Gives to Becker, now Glynn in the corner. Inside feed, DeWalt off the window, answers right back. Back to a 10-point ball game, 4:23 and counting here in the first. Into the front court goes Spurl with it. Inside, intercepted by Bailey Nelson. Baraboo turnover. Here's Danny Becker in the paint, cross court. Berkeley up top. DeWalt tries the 3. She hit it. Gigi DeWalt up to 7 on the night. It's a 13-point MG lead. And this will be a Baraboo timeout as Coach Justin Litzker is not pleased. Full timeout for Baraboo, just over 4 minutes remaining here till halftime. And MG, over the last 8 minutes or so of game time, has gone on a 26-5 scoring run. This game was at one point 10-2 Baraboo. It is now 28-15, Monona Grove. Both teams in the penalty the rest of the way here. Baraboo 8 fouls in the half, MG with 7. So a couple more to give before we enter two-shot territory. As for the Silver Eagles, DeWalt's the leading scorer on the floor right now for MG. For Baraboo, couple players with 4, those being Madison Litzker and Taylor Spurl, are out there for the Thunderbirds. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left here in the first half, as Baraboo will try and cut into this 13-point deficit. Gross to inbound. Looks like Spurl will be back there to take it, and the inbound is given to her. Under 4 minutes till the break. As a cross-court pass goes to England, a drive against DeWalt, knocked out of bounds, and it goes to MG. DeWalt stands firm, and the defense gets the stop they need. Trying to keep up with that average. 43.7 points is all they give up in a game. Very impressive nonetheless. As McQueenie and Becker play catch. Here's Sydney Glynn inside feed. DeWalt back out. Becker thought about the 3, not going to take it. Glynn left corner triple. That's around and out, no good. Rebound fought for and recovered by Thompson. Thunderbirds the other way, right to left. Here's Litzker. Ahead, inside now. Thompson lost it, got it back. She's doubled, kicks back out. Litzker finds Gilbert. Gilbert right of the lane, drives, cross court, taken away. Ball pinballing around. Spurl comes up with it. Finds Thompson, knocked loose by McQueenie. I think it'll go down as a blocked shot. MG going the other way on the takeaway. Here's a cross-court feed. McQueenie to Becker, can't hit the 3. Rebound goes now to Taylor Spurl. She'll slow things down as she takes it across the timeline. 3:05 left till halftime as she's guarded by Berkeley. Spurl right of the lane, trying to back on Berkeley, gets around her, kicks to England in the corner. 3-ball too strong. Rebound secured by Thompson. Almost saved by McQueenie. Thompson could not handle it. McQueenie could not handle it, and she knocks it onto the baseline. So Baraboo gets another chance with 2:52 left in the first half. As Litzker looking to inbound. Fires to the near side, and Gilbert is there. Step back, won't take the 3. Instead finds Spurl, working around McQueenie. Spurl floats it off the window, no. Rebound knocked loose, and not Danny Whitty, that's Michaela McQueenie who comes up with it. Ahead it goes, Glenn Schmudlock now in the corner. Finds an open Danny Becker, won't take the 3. Back to Schmudlock, she's open from distance. She can't hit it though, over the front rim and out. Zatkowski grabs the offensive rebound. Becker with some space, doesn't take the 3. Now McQueenie's got it up top. McQueenie around Madeline Gilbert, finds Glenn. Off the window, good. Sydney Glenn high off the glass, and MG breaks 30 in the first half. 2:09 remaining till the break, as across the timeline brings England for Baraboo. And now she gets it back from Madison Litzker. Doubled underneath the basket, right of the lane. Kicks back out, Litzker finds Taylor Spurl. Spurl around Sydney Glenn, mid-range J is good. Taylor Spurl with a soft touch on the jumper. She hits from 16, and Baraboo cuts the deficit back to 13. Here's McQueenie now, Schmudlock in the corner. Errant pass, this is gonna be an over and back. As the pass goes into the backcourt, Becker touches it, stops play. And Baraboo will take over. Inbound goes to Spurl. 1:32 left in the first half. Spurl working around a screen, loses it. Schmudlock the other way, 2-on-1. Schmudlock got it, count it, and a foul. Addie Schmudlock gets the fast break, draws the hoop and the harm, and it is 32-17 pending the free throw. Foul is on England, her second and the team's 9th. Schmudlock to complete the 3-point play, rattles it home. As Adeline Thompson will check back in. Sydney Glynn will check out. Baraboo with 124. looking to get something going before the end of the half here. MG is nearly doubled up on the Thunderbirds. Errant pass and a turnover. Spurl was looking to get it to a teammate inside the paint, and nobody was able to get their hands up and grab it. Becker takes the inbound, 76 seconds left in the first half. As here's Schmudlock, bounce pass finds Zatkowski off the window, got it. A friendly rattle for Eden Zatkowski. The Silver Eagles have doubled up on the Thunderbirds in the first half, 35-17, as we're down to the final minute. Spurl, doubled, finds Madeline Gilbert, who could not bring the pass home, and she loses it out of bounds with 56.8 left. Inbound goes to Becker. MG a chance to go up by 20 here at the half, as McQueenie inside. Zatkowski is fouled. She'll get a pair. And that puts Baraboo over the limit for the first half. I think it was a shooting foul anyway, but Baraboo over the limit means it'd be 2 shots regardless. Zatkowski, first of 2, is good. And the foul on Thompson is her second. 49.7 left in the first half. Zatkowski's second free throw good. 20-point lead MG. 37-17. Baraboo may hold for the final possession here. Near side with it, Gilbert, she's doubled. Finds Spurl, back to an open Gilbert. Tries from distance, around and out, no good. Rebound out of bounds, foul called though. And I think this is gonna be a 1-and-1. I believe, no, they're gonna get Baraboo's Adeline Thompson for her third. And again, Thunderbirds over the limit. This is 2 shots for Eden Zatkowski with 37.7 left till the break. First one is good for Eden Zatkowski. 38-17 the score. Second free throw is off the back rim, no good. Rebound, fought for, jump ball will be called. Arrow Baraboo. Zatkowski fell to the floor and grabbed it along with Madeline Gilbert of Baraboo as Isabel Tola checks in. Inbound goes to Spurl. 35 seconds and counting. Spurl slow walk across the timeline. Baraboo likely to hold for the final possession here. Now Spurl will pull up from 8, can't hit it. Rebound, offensive rebound, back to Spurl. Zatkowski couldn't handle. Foul is called on the shot attempt. And Zatkowski is guilty of the contact. Here's Spurl. First of 2 on the shooting foul, rattles home. 38-18 with 21.9 left in the first half. Spurl's second free throw, lets it fly, and around and out, no good. Rebound Becker. MG will hold for the final shot here. Here's McQueenie, ahead, Berkeley, pull up Schmudlock, too strong. Rebound fought for, goes into the hands of McQueenie. Becker tries from distance, got fouled, and she hit the 3. And Danny Becker is gonna get a chance for the 4-point play at the end of the half with 8.3 remaining. Foul is on Gilbert, her first. Thunderbirds over the limit, that doesn't matter. It's a 4-point play opportunity for Becker, who cashed from distance. The free throw is good, and she caps the 4-point play. Inbound to Spurl, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Spurl into the front court, pulls up, shot blocked. McQueenie gets it ahead. Berkeley had it, foul is called. Was it before the end of the period? There was a foul called. Both teams are headed to their benches. I think there's going to be shots with nobody in the lane. The foul is on Taylor Spurl. Second personal. They have to have the players on the floor. There is no time on the clock. So Michaela McQueenie is just going to get these 2 free throws. First one, no good. She has one more. No time remaining in the first half, but a chance for MG to make it a 25-point first half lead. And it's good. So Michaela McQueenie hits the free throw to end the half, a buzzer beater of sorts. And a very interesting, unorthodox end of the first half means that at the break, it is Monona Grove 43, Baraboo 18, as the Silver Eagles close the last 12 minutes or so of the half on a 41-8 scoring run. An impressive offensive performance, to say the least, by the Silver Eagles in this first half. We're back in 10 minutes for the start of our second half of action. You're listening to Monona Grove Girls Varsity Basketball.
Tonight we are honored to have the Monona Grove dance team perform for us at halftime. We are excited for Miranda Weiser, a senior on the dance team, who has qualified for the individual dance at state and will compete next Friday, February 6th in lacrosse.
Halftime here at Monona Grove High School, and the Silver Eagles, after being down early 10-2 in favor of the Thunderbirds with about 12:15 left in the first half, MG closes on a 41-8 scoring run and currently leads the visiting Thunderbirds 43-18 at the break. For those of you who are interested, the players on the floor that ended the half, Danny Becker had 8 points, Bailey Nelson with 2, Sydney Glynn with 6, Eden Zatkowski with 5, Addie Schmudlock with 9. The other starter, Michaela McQueenie, has 6. For Baraboo, you're looking at 4 points for Madison Litzker, 7 for Taylor Spurl, 2 for Maddie Gilbert, along with yet to score Sydney Dobush and Sophia Milsna with 2. So that is your scoring recap for the starters for Baraboo and Monona Grove, as both teams will start the second half with their starters on the floor. Actually, check that. We've got Allie England out there for Baraboo instead of Madison Litzker. Inbound goes to Michaela McQueenie. MG had the arrow to start the second half of play. They move to our left in the first half as McQueenie inside feed. Glynn can't hit on the bank shot layup, and the rebound goes to the Thunderbirds. Here's Gilbert on the far side working against Danny Becker. Gilbert moves it to the near wing now, goes back the other way, switched off onto Nelson. Now an inside feed, Milsna off the backboard, no good. Glynn the rebound on the miss. Ahead to McQueenie, takes it into the front court, lost the basketball, and it will stay MG's way as it was tipped out of bounds. Opening minutes, second half, 43-18 the score, with MG up by 25. Here's a 3-ball on the way. McQueenie too strong. Put back. Becker got it. Count it. And a foul. Danny Becker grabs the miss, puts it back up and through, and MG on the board first in half number 2. The lead is 27. The foul is on Dobush. That's her third. And Becker a chance to make it a 28-point game. Lets it fly and cans it. 46-18, just 45 seconds into half number 2. As Madeline Gilbert takes it back, or cross-court pass rather, back to Taylor Spurl. Now Gilbert's got it. Ahead it goes. Milsna trying to drive into the paint, spins into traffic, finds England on the other side. Near side with it now, Spurl over her head, cross-court back to England. Left of the lane, England around a defender, kicks out and finds her teammate, Maddie Gilbert. Now Spurl's got it, drives again, got fouled. Bailey Nelson, they're gonna say, grabbed her shoulder, I think. Hindered her in some way, and that's Nelson's third. 16:48 left in the ball game. Inbound goes to Maddie Gilbert. 3-ball on the way. Back iron, no. Sydney Glynn the rebound. She'll take it ahead. It's a 5-on-5. Nobody really getting ahead of anybody. Becker couldn't hit it underneath the basket. Gilbert grabs a loose change. A chance there for Becker to get her 12th, or rather her 13th points if she had made that shot. Miss on the other side. Nelson grabs the rebound there. 2-on-1. Glynn and McQueenie are able to pressure the lone defender Taylor Spurl. Glynn takes it herself for the deuce. 48-18 is this score. 30-point MG lead. Baraboo has not scored in the second half. Will they change that? 3-ball from NBA range. Gilbert couldn't hit it. Pull-up jumper, though, on the putback is good by Taylor Spurl, and Baraboo breaks the ice here in the second. Pass taken away, intended for Schmudlock. Back the other way goes Madeline Gilbert, working against McQueenie in the left corner. She's doubled, finds an open Milsna, pulls up from 15, can't hit, rebound, fought for, Nelson comes up with it. Now McQueenie trying to work around 2 defenders, pressured in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Bailey Nelson, nobody in front of her. Nelson right of the lane, finds Glynn, steps back beyond the arc, 3-ball, misses short. From up here, it looked like it might have gone in, nothing but the net, but she did miss it short. Here's Gilbert the other way for Baraboo. As we approach 3 minutes gone by in the second, Baraboo trailing by 28 points. Gilbert on the near side, again working against Bailey Nelson. Pivoting, finds Spurl. Taylor, a right-hand dribble, working against McQueenie rather, and trying to fight her way through Sydney Dobush, couldn't get the runner to go. Nelson wrestles the rebound away from Madeline Gilbert. Pass goes ahead, Schmudlock with some space, pull-up jumper, back iron, and it drops. Addie Schmudlock gets a friendly bounce off the iron. It's 50-20, 14:42 left in the ball game. Glenn picks up the ball handler Taylor Spurl. She's now doubled just right of the top of the circle. Has to get it away, loses it briefly, does Gilbert, but she gets it back. Bounce pass goes to number 22, Sophia Milsna. Couldn't hit the jump shot, and the rebound goes to McQueenie. McQueenie ahead, Schmudlock can't handle it, right in the hands of Gilbert. And Baraboo nearly turned it back over, but Schmudlock committed the foul, as I believe that was Dobush that got bumped and knocked to the ground. Here's DeWalt back in for MG, along with Adeline Thompson. Back in for the Thunderbirds, who move left to right in half number 2. Thompson playing with 3 fouls, Dobush out there with 3, Milsna with 3. Allie England has 2, Taylor Spurl has 2 for the Thunderbirds. 2 players in foul trouble for MG, Bailey Nelson and Danny Whitty, each with 3. England a bounce pass, nearly an errant one, but Spurl able to recover. Finds Dobush, trying to work around DeWalt. She's doubled, finds an open England. Now England around Glenn, splits 2 defenders, floats it up, no, but she was fouled. So Allie England will get a chance to cut into the 30-point deficit. 13:55 left in the ballgame. And the foul is on Gigi DeWalt, her first personal. Couple of dribbles with the right hand for England. Lets the first free throw fly and cashes it. 50-21 is the score. As Baraboo trying to slowly build their way back into this one. England's second of 2 is good. Score 50-22, clock moving, 13:53 and counting here in the second. Here's Becker to the corner. Schmudlock won't take the 3, finds Becker with some space. Now McQueenie tries from distance, that's good. Michaela McQueenie, top of the circle triple. It's a 31-point lead. And that is the largest by either team in this ball game. England will try to answer. It's too strong off the back rim, and Becker wrestles the rebound away from 2 Baraboo defenders. Glenn ahead, Schmudlock off the window and good. 55-22, the lead is 33, and Justin Litzker wants a timeout. 13:21 remaining second half. MG 55, Baraboo 22. This is a full timeout. The Thunderbirds have 2 available. Well, MG with a very nice turnaround in the last 12 minutes of that first half. They've kept that momentum going, and they've started this half on a 12-4 scoring run. If you extend it all the way back into the start of the scoring run in the first half, 53-12 over the past roughly 17 minutes of game time, give or take a couple seconds. 5 on the floor for MG, going to be Danny Becker, Michaela McQueenie, Gigi DeWalt, Addie Schmudlock, and Danny Whitty. For Baraboo, Gilbert alongside Thompson, Spurl. Plus we've got, looks like Milsna, no, not Milsna, it's Gross in there along with Allie England. As the inbound goes to Spurl, Baraboo walks it across the timeline. Gilbert's got it far side, gives it back to Spurl. She's doubled by Whitty and Becker, the 2 Dannies. Passes tipped out of bounds, stays with Baraboo. England not last to touch it. They say, I think that was Whitty or McQueenie that got a finger on it. Ella Berkeley checks back in. Danny Becker going to take a seat on the bench with 13:10 remaining. Inbound from Gross, bounces it into Spurl. We're back underway. Cross court to England, now open in the corner. Gilbert tries a 3. She connects from the near corner. It's back to a 30-point ball game. 55-25 after the 3 ball from Gilbert. Now Berkeley to DeWalt. She'll try and answer. Off the back rim, no. Rebound, England. Alley going the other way for Baraboo. Thunderbirds trying to cut into a 30-point deficit. As she works around a couple defenders. 3 ball is too strong from Aaliyah Gross, but a foul is called on the putback, and we'll have free throws coming. Or did they say on the, they said it was a rebounding foul, it appears. As MG will make a couple substitutions. Nelson back in, Zatkowski back in. Schmudlock takes a seat, as does McQueenie. And the foul was assessed to DeWalt, if I heard correctly. Inbound goes to Gilbert. Gilbert drives right of the lane, off the window, she nestles it home. So Madeline Gilbert up to 7 on the night, and Baraboo down by just 28 points with 12.5 minutes or so left in this one. Nelson outside the perimeter, finds Zatkowski in the far corner. Around the world it goes, and Berkeley's got it. Gets it back from Whitty now. Nelson overhead pass, Zatkowski in the far corner again. Nelson will find Berkeley once again on the near side. Now Whitty, cross court. Nelson, nothing working. Finds Zatkowski far side again. Now Berkeley in the corner. Up top it goes. 3 ball. Nelson rattles it home. Well, there's a way to cap off some great ball movement as Nelson buries the triple. She's up to 5 points, and the lead is 31. Out of bounds it goes to Monona Grove on the far sideline, and another Baraboo turnover. 11:47 left in the second half. MG 58, Baraboo 27. MG's got the basketball. Nelson wanted Berkeley, I think, but Whitty was there to clean it up. Now Nelson back to Berkeley, or rather Whitty with some space. Zatkowski tries a 3, too strong, no good. Rebound Taylor Spurl. She'll take it back across the timeline. Nelson picks her up with under 11.5 to go. Spurl pivoting inside and turned it over. Intended for Thompson, picked up by Berkeley. Spins around her defender, finds Nelson with some space. Left wing triple, misses everything, and Berkeley stepped on the baseline before she tried to bat it. Out of bounds to Baraboo, 11-11. Make a wish if you're the Silver Eagles. Maybe that's a couple more points. Get to 60 in the next few minutes here. As here's Spurl across the timeline. Cross-court pass finds England on the left wing. Right-hand dribble, she takes it inside the perimeter. Now cross-court back to, looks like Gross in the right corner. Gross back out, outside for 3. Gilbert cannot hit. Rebound barrels around and ends up in the hands of Thompson. Thompson went to her knees, tried to bounce it to a teammate. It did not work well. Whitty ahead, finds Zatkowski. Now Nelson to DeWalt. Mid-range J, too strong. DeWalt has some space, couldn't hit it. Rebound fought for. It's going to be out of bounds to Baraboo. They'll say Berkeley was last to touch. And the Thunderbirds will get another chance here. 10:29 left in the ball game. 58-27 still the score. And Gilbert inbounds to Taylor Spurl. We're back underway. Right-hand dribble, takes it across the timeline on a pass to Gilbert. Gilbert controlling with the left, inside to Thompson. Thompson trying to drive, she's doubled, looking for help, knocked loose. Nelson, no one in front of her, takes it to the rack, layup is good. Bailey Nelson makes it 60-27. The Silver Eagles break that mark yet again this season as we approach 10 minutes to go. Gilbert for 3, off the backboard, no good. Whitty the rebound. Less than 10 to play, 33-point MG lead. Errant pass intended for DeWalt goes out of bounds to Baraboo. As checking in will be Aurora Halverson. Doesn't get much playing time for varsity, but she is in here with 10 minutes to go. 9:53 to be exact. We'll see if hopefully she can get a couple of good plays, make a name for herself here. As controlling is Tola for Baraboo. Finds Gross, moves up top with it. Taken away by Nelson on an errant pass intended for Gilbert. Here goes Nelson, ahead, kicks to Zatkowski, long 2 on the way. That is around and out, no good. Rebound Thompson for Baraboo. Whitty with the press in the backcourt as Spurl gets it ahead. Tola is there on the right wing. Looking to get it inside, nothing there. She finds Thompson. Thompson, pull-up jumper in the paint. No, rebound Nelson. She's got another one. Nelson trying to break loose. Gives it to Whitty in the left corner. Now Zatkowski with some space. She'll find Halverson. Inside feed. DeWalt lost it. Out of bounds. That was touched by Zatkowski, and MG will turn it over. Very easily could have stayed with the Silver Eagles had Zatkowski just let it go, but she tries to save it. And we've got a Baraboo timeout. With 9:04 left in the ball game, Monona Grove 60, Baraboo 27. We'll keep it here. MG 2 fouls to give, should that mean anything down the stretch. Baraboo just the 1 foul in the half. It was on Dobush. No other fouls since that point. As the Thunderbirds have 9 minutes and 4 seconds to come back from down 33. Neither team makes a substitution. Same 5 as before that timeout. It'll be Gilbert to inbound, baseline left. Gilbert looking, still looking, lobs it, finds Sophia Milsna, who lost it immediately, and Whitty could not hit on the running layup. Now Halverson, overhead pass into the lane where Milsna awaits her. That'll be a turnover for MG, as there was some contact as Whitty went up. No whistle, though. Here's Tola controls. Gives it to Milsna, looking to drive against Sydney Glenn. Puts one up, can't hit it. Rebounded by Jessica Poles, who's also into the ball game for MG. As Zatkowski gives to Halverson. Halverson inside, Glenn looking to throw one up. She got fouled. And she'll go to the line for a pair. Sydney Glenn a chance to add number 9 and number 10 if she can hit both. Meanwhile, Addie Schmudlock, I believe, leads all MG scorers with 13. First of 2 for Sydney is up and no good off the left rim. Foul, by the way, on Milsna is her 4th. As Gross checks out. Into the game, Caitlin Doro for Baraboo, her first time checking in this evening. Second free throw, Glenn lets it fly, cashes that one. The lead is 34. 61-27, 8:23 left in the second. As ahead goes Tola into the front court. Now Gilbert's got it up top, working against Poles. She'll kick it over to Doro. Doro a drive, doubled, finds Spurl. Spurl right-hand dribble, floats up a tough shot, and she got it to go. A fadeaway hook shot of sorts from Taylor Spurl. She gets it to drop. Halverson, a shot attempt on the other end, can't hit from 3, and Zatkowski stepped on the baseline before she batted at it. But going back to that basket by Spurl, a tough shot for anybody to make. She got it to drop from about 15 feet out. Impressive to say the least. 61-29, Baraboo with the basketball, but MG with a comfortable lead, under 8 minutes to go in this one. As Gilbert controls with the right hand, working against Halverson. Inside it goes, and Milsna is fouled. And they get Schrader, who I believe was a call-up from JV. I think that's Sunny Schrader out there. She usually wears 22 for the JV roster. Foul called on the rebound. 3-ball no good. We're going to say MG basketball. As Milsna commits her 5th. She is done. Third team foul for Baraboo with 7:43 left. So Sophia Milsna finishes her night with a couple of points as Poles takes it into the front court. And knocked into the back court. It'll be an over and back as Mayorga could not handle the pass. So Baraboo will take it at the 28-foot line. 7:34 left in this one. Baraboo looking inbound, goes into Spurl. On the near side, she's picked up by Berkeley. Spurl trying to work around her. Up top, tries a three. That's blocked by Berkeley. Coming up with it, Schrader. Now to Poles on the far side. May have been hooked. Loses the pass, gets it back briefly. Ball pinballs around into the arms of Leah Kierzik. 7:11 left in the ball game. Here's Spurl, a drive, trying to split two, kicks back out. Gilbert will try a right wing three. That's off the front rim, no good. Pulls the rebound, she's fouled. Thunderbirds down to 2 to give as the foul is assessed to Tola. And Sonny Schrader will inbound. Poles takes it, 7 minutes to play. MG up 32. If they can make it 40, they would institute the running clock. But of course, not a concern for MG at the moment. Mayorga to Poles up top with it, trying to work around Doro. Poles a drive, bounce pass. She'll find Halverson. Inside feed. Berkeley's trying to save it. Tipped into the hands of Gilbert. Gilbert the other way for Baraboo. Nobody in the paint. She'll throw it off the window. Too strong. Rebound fought for. No. But the whistle is a foul against MG. That's their last to give. And Schrader is hit with her second. First of 2 for Kierzik. For the Thunderbirds, lets it fly, around and out, no good. 6:30 remaining, second half. Baraboo trying to break 30 here with this free throw from Kierzik. As Gilbert takes his seat. Second free throw up and good. And a timeout called by Monona Grove. 6.5 minutes left in this one. This will be a full timeout by Coach Jalen Walker with his team up 31, just trying to talk over a couple of things, make sure they keep the fundamentals in play, if you will. As both teams know this one is pretty much over, except for the final horn, which is still 6.5 minutes away. So you never know. Maybe we'll see a couple of new faces get some buckets. Looking for Jessica Poles, Aurora Halverson, Isla Mayorga. Hopefully get their first points this evening. Gigi DeWalt, by the way, is out there with 7 points. And Schrader also has yet to score. She played on the JV team that just finished up their game before the varsity contest. JV Silver Eagles won that one against Baraboo 52-28 before we went live. As MG will inbound underneath the Baraboo basket. Mayorga looking to inbound it, gets it to Poles. Clock moving under 6.5 minutes. Poles a right-hand dribble will slow things down. Inside pass, Schrader is there. Schrader nearly had it tied up, but finds Mayorga in the wing. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound tipped back into Schrader's hands. Schrader lost it, she was fouled. Baraboo still with 2 to give. That was one of them. That is Allie England's 3rd foul for Baraboo. MG will keep it with 6:13 to go as the inbound will come from Berkeley. Berkeley looking, still looking, finds Schrader in the corner. Now Poles with some space, working against Dora. Trying to get around her, wrestling for it, and a foul is called. So Doro draws the contact. Baraboo out of fouls to give. Doro rather is called for the foul. It was Schrader who drew the contact. Berkeley checks out into the game. Reese Vandervelde. And she'll inbound, or rather no, it'll be Halverson to inbound. It goes to Poles. Now Mayorga up top to Vandervelde in the corner, or in the left wing rather. Poles will try from distance. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound fought for into the hands of Kierzik. Under 6 minutes to go, 31-point MG lead. As both teams with their reserves out there. Gilbert working for Baraboo. She was one of the starters. Still out there for Baraboo as Tola goes cross court to Caitlin Doro. Now back outside. Gilbert thought about the 3, won't take it. Picked up by Schrader. Left-hand dribble, pressured heavily, foul is called. Schrader hit with her third personal of the night. And that puts the Silver Eagles in the penalty. So Madeline Gilbert's going to get a 1-and-1 with 5.5 to go. As she takes a deep breath, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. 61-31, the lead is 30. 5.5 minutes left as Gilbert earns the bonus. This free throw to give her 9 on the night, and she makes it. Cashes it from the charity stripe, 9 for Gilbert, 32 for the Thunderbirds, and the lead is back below 30. Halverson overhead, gives to Poles. Now Vandervelde with it. Reese back to Jessica. Aurora Halverson, bounce pass inside. Schrader looking to drive, kick back out. Halverson won't take it. Poles with some space, inside back to Schrader. Schrader floats it up, no. She was that close to her first bucket, I believe, as a varsity Silver Eagle. She promptly fouls to get the Thunderbirds back on the line. As that's Schrader's fourth, she'll have to check out for the time being. 1-and-1 now, this time for Leah Kierzik. The front end is up and rattles home. 61-33 the score, 5:05 left in the second half. As Kierzik lets the back end fly and hits it. And check that, actually, Schrader is still out there for MG. With the Silver Eagles up 27. Under 5 minutes to go. Schrader to Halverson on the right wing. Now up top, Poles won't take it. Reese Vandervelde is there. Poles inside feed. Schrader is quadrupled, lost it out of bounds. It did not touch any Thunderbirds. And Baraboo will take over. 4:47 left. Inbound goes to Madeline Gilbert. Slow walk across the timeline. 4:42 and counting here in the second. Here's England on the far side, working around a couple screens. Takes it just inside the perimeter, then back out. Left hand dribble, loses it, but right into the hands of Tola. Now Gilbert, right wing three, got it. So Baraboo going on a little bit of a scoring run of their own, 7-0 to be exact. The lead is 24, 4:16 remaining. Poles directing traffic, bounces inside. Schrader nearly has it forced into a held ball situation. She throws it up, no, but was fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. So Sunny Schrader is going to have a chance to get her first points, at least of the evening, I believe, of her career on varsity. As the first one is good, she banked it home. 62-37, 4:09 left to play. Lead is 25. Gilbert checks out. Back in is Sydney Dobush, also one of the starters for Baraboo. Second free throw coming for Schrader. As she takes a couple deep breaths, lets it fly, and banks it home again. The bank is open on a Tuesday night for Sunny, 63-37. The lead is 26 with the final 4 minutes in our sights. England back outside the perimeter, finds Tola. Now moving it around is Sydney Dobush, right of the lane. Looks to get it back out, finds Kierzik. Kierzik a pass back to England. Drive from England, off the window and good is Alley. 63-39 the score, 3:40 and counting here in the second. Here's Poles to the near side. Reese Vandervelde in to Schrader. Back out. Poles won't take the three. Floats it high and good. She got fouled as well. So Jessica Poles is going to get a chance to shoot one as well. 65-39, 3:29 left in the second. Both teams in the penalty as the foul is assessed to Doro. The and one opportunity is no good from Poles. Rebound fought for and secured by Dobush. Schrader got it back, knocked to the ground. Vandervelde drives, floats it up. No, but she was fouled. And Reese is going to get a chance to step to the free throw line. The bench getting into it as Reese Vandervelde with a chance for her first, I think her first varsity points as well. First one will not go. Left it too strong off the back iron. Foul, by the way, is on Kierzik, her first. Second opportunity for Vandervelde. Lets it fly. And got it to work, got it to go. No, they're gonna disallow it. She stepped over the line. Somebody stepped over the line. The basket will not count. So Reese Vandervelde's first point on varsity disallowed from a lane violation. I think either a Silver Eagle stepped in the perimeter too early or Vandervelde herself stepped over the line as a foul on the other side. Knocked onto Poles' record for the night. It'll be 2 free throws for Caitlin Doro. Yet to score is Doro for the Thunderbirds. Lets the first one fly and hits it. 65-40. 3:12 remaining. One more coming for Doro as she takes a couple of dribbles, lets this one fly and can't hit it. Rebound Schrader. Back the other way go the Silver Eagles. 3:08 and counting here in the second. Here's Mayorga from distance. She hit it. Mayorga with the triple, and it's 68-40. Inside it goes now. Dobush is doubled, loses it, foul is called. They're gonna get Vandervelde for the block, and this will be a 1-and-1 for Sydney Dobush. Make it 2 shots. That was the 10th team foul for MG in the half. So they go over the limit, do the Silver Eagles. 2:52 remaining, 2 shots here for Dobush. First one is in and out, no good. As checking in, Aaliyah Gross back in. Allie England will take a seat on the bench, likely for the rest of the time. Second free throw here from Dobush is good. 68-41, 2:50 and counting here in the second. As Halverson on the right wing gives it to Vandervelde inside. Jump ball will be called. No, they called a foul. They said Vandervelde was fouled. Maybe somebody got the arm. Arm before ball, I guess, is a possibility there. And Reese is going to get another chance for her first varsity points. Kierzik guilty of the contact. Her second. Vandervelde, first of 2 free throws, is up and good. No lane violations this time. 69-41, MG with the lead. One more free throw for Reese. Can she go 2 for 2? Not this time. Rebound fought for. That's a jump ball. Baraboo with the arrow, as going down hard was Kierzik on that play, but she seems to be all right. So Baraboo takes over. 2:37 left in the second, as Dobush will inbound to Gross here. And we get the inbound. We're back underway. Baraboo down 28, 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Over her head, Tola, cross court, taken away briefly, but Poles couldn't hang on. Baraboo gets it back. Now Dobush with it, left wing, working against Vandervelde. Throws it up, got fouled. The crowd seems to disagree, but Vandervelde guilty of the contact, say the officials, and it will be 2 shots for Sydney Dobush. First of 2 up for Dobush, cannot hit. Back rim too strong. 2:18 left in the second, 69-41 is still the score. One more free throw incoming. Dobush lets it fly and hits it, 69-42. 2:17 and counting here in the second half, as Poles will slow walk across the timeline. She's picked up by Doro. to Mayorga on the near wing. Vandervelde, hook shot, no, got her own rebound, puts it back up, left it short again, rebound Baraboo. Doro comes up with it. Reese had 2 chances for her first field goal, could not get it to drop. As here's Gross, pull-up jumper from 15, rattles in and out, no good. Tipped out of bounds to Monona Grove. 1:46 on the game clock, 27-point Silver Eagle lead. It'll be Mayorga to inbound to Poles, and she sends it in. Final 102 seconds here at MGHS. Poles walks it across the timeline, gives it to Vandervelde. I'm sure the bench will want her to shoot this. She won't, though. Schrader, Halverson, inside Vandervelde. Can't hit that. Fought for, jump ball on the rebound. MG will keep. As the last held ball went to Baraboo. So maybe Reese is going to get another chance here. Substitution as Baraboo's Milsna will check in. She did have 4, it seems. The foul might have been incorrectly added to Zatkowski's sheet instead of Milsna's. That's why the scoreboard said she had 5 earlier. Mayorga can't hit from 3. Rebound to Gross on the near side. 77 seconds left. She'll slow walk across the timeline as the press eases up. Halverson knocks it loose. Back into the hands of Gross, though. Now here's Dobish with it. Right wing. Guarded by Mayorga. 1:03 left. Dobish trying to put up a shot. Can't get a look off. Kierzik for 3, won't hit, out of bounds off Halverson. No, they say it's MG ball. From up here, it looked like Halverson was last to touch. They say it touched the hand, maybe the Thunderbird trying to reach over her. Either way, MG keeps it. 50 seconds left of the ball game. Slow walk across the timeline. Poles, now Mayorga. Halverson, top of the circle to Reese Vandervelde. Lost it, turned it over. The other way goes Milsna. Milsna ahead, Dobish in the paint, loses it again. Halverson comes up with it. That'll be a steal for her. Halverson ahead to Schrader. Coach Walker says relax. Mayorga will try the 3 anyway. That's good from the corner. 72-42. Mayorga's got 6. 17 seconds to go. Around the defender goes Gross. Bounce pass is knocked into the backcourt. Schrader will pick it up, and she's going to lay it up. Got it with the foul. Sunny Schrader with 4 points plus an and 1 opportunity. As with 6.9 seconds left, a chance for MG to break 75 here. They put up, if I recall correctly, 75 against the Thunderbirds last time. Free throw is around and out, no good. Vandervelde trying to grab the rebound. Bodies on the floor. Clock stops at 4.1. It's a jump ball to Baraboo. Well, they say the last 2 minutes of a period in sports like football or basketball are the longest 2 minutes ever. That's certainly the case tonight. Inbound goes to Gross. Shot will not get off in time from Dobish, and that brings a fun second half to its end, to say the least. Well, not as much scoring in the second half as there was in the first, but nonetheless, still an MG victory on their home floor, and they complete the season sweep of the Baraboo Thunderbirds in the Badger Large. MG improves to 12-5, 7-2 on the season. Baraboo drops to 5-11, 0-9 in league play. And your final score this evening, after the fun we had over the last 9 minutes or so the second half, your final this evening, Monona Grove 74 and Baraboo 42. This is Act 1 of 4 Tuesdays in a row of MG basketball. Next week, Tuesday night, same place, same time. It'll be the girls once again. This time, they're taking on the Oregon Panthers. And I'll be with you to guide you along the way. As for Brennan Hekimovich, Will Nimmo, and the entire rest of our AV crew, thank you so much for watching this evening. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you back here next week. Take care.